Happy Wednesday. We are going to be bringing it today, picking up where we left off on this whole health quest you guys are on. And if New Year's, you were thinking, I want a healthier me, we're 3 weeks in. How you doing? If you're like, don't even ask, it's a train wreck. I stopped after day 3. We really want to be here to support you because honestly, I don't want you to think about perfection. I want you to think about progress. If you can get to a place where you're healthier, where you're having more energy, where you're moving in a positive direction, that's progress. That's what we really want to encourage you with these amazing health hacks. So Jim Loretto and Misty Loretto here to bring it. If this is something that you're like, oh my gosh, you guys, I need help with this, let us know. Comment with a 1 down below. We're so excited to be here and to have you join us and really talk about something that you've been telling us you need more help and more support with. So if you're watching and you're listening, you're like, oh my gosh, I needed to write that down. Don't worry. Just comment below with the word show notes and we will reach out to you and we'll get you the full comments, PDF, resources, anything and everything that would be of help to you. So let's get on with it. The first thing we're going to be talking to you about is health hack number 1. And, you know, a lot of times people think that they're hungry first thing in the morning, but oftentimes you're really just extremely dehydrated because you just slept 8 or 10 hours and you had no fluids. So first thing you want to do is have your full glass of water. And I always recommend at least squeeze half of a lemon juice because not only do I think it tastes way better, but now you're getting antioxidants, you're gonna start detoxing the system, which is so important to get the junk out that you took in yesterday. And apple cider vinegar along with lemon juice is incredible. Jim is a huge fan of this. I would say...
Not the taste, but the result, yes.
Yeah, I would say it's strong, so you wanna dilute it in water. But you want to definitely choose an organic brand of apple cider vinegar. And there's a whole host of benefits for this, for detoxing, for liver cleanse. People notice their energy increases. It's great appetite control and totally, natural and healthy. So this would be health hack number 1 from me. And Jim's going to give you number 2.
Well, as we were discussing doing this series, a lot of you gave us some great feedback from the last 2 shows that we have done. And we recently were just watching something and it was talking about having a healthy gut. And so if you're on a plateau, sometimes you're maybe hit that, you stalled, or you're plateaued, or you've only been into it for 3 weeks and you go, I'm a little bit frustrated with my results. Well, the reality is we want to help you go through this series about detoxification. And as Misty went through that, hack number 1 was about part of one of the ninja hacks there in terms of detoxifying the body. But the other part to this is really interesting. We did not know this, but most disease starts in the gut, right? So it's crazy when you start to think about all those that we know around us. We got people are having autoimmune disease issues, people chronically ill, they're fatigued, they're tired, they're gaining weight, and it's really an inflammatory response. So everything starts with the gut, and it's so important that you get that dialed in, good gut health. And so detoxification is one of those processes that we want to cover here. So that helps you get your body operating and get you over that plateau and get you in your body dialed in. It's interesting. It was kind of like, I want to give you a couple of analogies if I may. I love analogies, Misty.
Yes.
So let me give you an example. Is our body, think of it your car, right? So we've been taught when you first got your car, the importance of taking care of all your fluids in there. So imagine we're supposed to change our oil every 3,500 miles to every 5,000 miles, depending on what kind of oil you use, right? If you're using synthetic, it's a better grade of oil, which means you can change it a little longer. But imagine your body as that vehicle and you go 50,000 miles without an oil change. What happens to your body? No matter how good you wash the car, right? How good a wax job you keep on it, or the high octane fuel that you put in there, the reality is that your engine is going to get clogged up. It's going to run inefficiently and it's going to run poorly, right? So It's important to change the oil in the car to get it to keep it operating. I.e., you're 20, you're 30, you're 40, you're 50. Guess what? You have accumulated a lot of toxins inside your body, right? And the reality is these toxins have to get out of your body. What's interesting, I had a naturopathic doctor friend of mine tell me this years ago, and that is when you have these toxins in our body, and you got to think about, well, where do they come from? So, Misty, we were talking about earlier, where do toxins come from?
Thinking like the food, the air we breathe, the water we drink.
Yeah. The food, the products we're using.
Products, right, that's true. The shampoos, yeah, everything that we put on our skin.
Toothpaste, all of these are toxic to our bodies, yet we really don't think about it. So the toxins, when you take them in, they're a foreign substance to the body. And your body is designed to push these toxins out through feces. I know it's gross, but feces, we all do it, right? We all go poo-poo. So elimination there. You have your lymphatic system, you sweat these toxins out, and so your body's designed to push them out. However, these foreign substances, they get stuck into our fat cells. So imagine over time, well, again, you're 20, 30, 40, 50, they're going into your body, into your fat cells, and they begin to store up and overflow. And these toxicity leaks into your bloodstream over time. And so that same doctor gave me a great analogy. Think about if we've taken all this toxicity in, and it's not getting out of our body, right? It's going to overflow. It's kind of like a river. If you have the river is flowing naturally, but all of a sudden you have a heavy storm, and it comes down, there's so much water, it overflows over the riverbanks, right? These toxicity
can't be contained anymore.
Exactly. Goes into your bloodstream and wreaks havoc on your system. So very important that we detoxify the system. The other part, and I used this analogy a couple of weeks ago, and again, yes, I love car analogies. I think our bodies are these incredible operating machines, right? But for example, back in the day when we could work on our cars, where we didn't have to take them to a mechanic because we had distributor caps and we had spark plugs, right? And so if your car ever pinged a little bit or was sputtering and didn't quite operate effectively, we would go, hey, it's either the distributor cap or the spark plugs. And so you take out the spark plug and you'd find one, and let's say you found one, it had a little bit of corrosion on it. It could be a little bit of carbon on there. It just got a little bit of oil or dirty. Well, guess what you could do is take a little file or some sandpaper, right? Clean off that spark plug. Our bodies are designed to function and spark, right? So you put that spark plug back in there, and guess what? Problem solved. That's the same thing when I think about cleansing our body and the toxicity of getting rid of it. So your body can have the spark that it needs to operate at a higher level, right? So really important to detoxify, our bodies and these health hacks that we have here for you. So Misty covered health hack number 1, and I love that. Start your morning off with that glass of water. So important to hydrate, right? Most of us are not sorry about that. We just had a intermission where it said software update, so sorry about that. But hydration is so important. And do you ever wake up in the morning and you feel your face is a little puffy? Like it could be you had sodium the night before. A lot of that can actually be from dehydration. So really important, drink a lot of water. 8 to 10 glasses per day. But that first hack number 1 is have your apple cider vinegar, about a teaspoon, tablespoon, with your lemon. And if you don't like apple cider vinegar and you can't stand the taste, they do make apple cider vinegar tablets out there you can take as well. Are these effective? I really don't know, depending on who you talk to. I love, though, when I'm able to get this organic or this apple cider vinegar. You can see all the biological goodness in there. And when you put that in your water, I know for sure my body is enjoying that. So that's Ninja Hack Health number 1. And number 2?
I think we're going to talk about the 4-bed. Okay. All right. I have to move him over because he's such a camera hog.
Oh,
my goodness. There, babe. Come here. So, one thing that is a good indicator of if your body is a little bit toxic is if you get that tummy bloat where you find, kind of doesn't matter what you do as far as eating or exercise, you just find you have this bloated, distended stomach. It's totally uncommon, and it's actually telling you that your body is toxic. So what we love is a nighttime routine that's going to go in there, and with plant-based nutrients, it's going to go in there, and it's really going to attack all the undigested matter that needs to leave your body anyway. It's not serving you. That will not only help boost your metabolism, help you sleep incredibly well, but it's going to start toning and flattening that stomach so that bloat goes away. And so I love the psyllium husk. Some of the things that are in here. The fenugreek I know is really good. senna leaves. So again, like plant-based nutrients that you're going to be able to take to get rid of that tummy bloat and to start detoxing your body in a really healthy but natural and gentle way. I would say this is not extreme, which I personally love.
Yeah, and I would say there's a lot of products out there in the marketplace. I know Missy and I found one that we really love because it's gentle. I think some of us, we think detox, like, oh my gosh, I want to be in the restroom the entire time. No, we want something really, really, really mild that goes in there and releases those toxins inside those fat cells, helps push out all of the bad and nourish it with the good, like the one that we found. A lot of pre and probiotics in there. So it's important as you push it out, this toxicity, we want to replenish it with goodness as well, which is your pre and your probiotics to help build good, strong digestive GI tract beneficial organisms there. So really important that you find a really good product there. If you want to know what Misty and I are using, feel free, leave us a note down below. Just say, hey, we'd like some information, or
comment with the word show notes actually, and we'll get you a link to everything that we use and love, so you don't have to take notes.
So now the third hack I want to talk about is incorporating intermittent fasting into your routine. Okay, all over the place, you'll see it all over the internet or Facebook. People are talking about intermittent fasting. There's a lot of benefits to intermittent fasting besides the weight loss benefits of it. Okay, there's a whole host of benefits to it. One of them happens to be what's called autophagy. Try saying that 10 times, right? But essentially, when you do intermittent fasting, it's a way to help kill older cells that are not as healthy and replenish it with healthy cells that help kick out the old. But there's more to it than that. I don't want to go into detail on that one. But intermittent fasting, incorporate it at least 2 to 3 times a day. All right. So what is intermittent?
A day or a week?
What's
a
that?
day or a week? You said incorporate 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh boy, that was so thanks for the correction there. You poor people will be texting us going, wait, I don't understand. No, it's 2 to 3 times a week you want to incorporate intermittent fasting. So maybe a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. Incorporate that. So what is intermittent fasting? Well, essentially, it's more about an eating schedule than anything else. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Let's say on Sunday night, your last meal was at 6 p.m. Sunday evening. You would start your intermittent fast on Monday. So if you ended your Sunday night at 6 p.m., you're not going to eat for 16 hours. So that would mean 10 o'clock the next morning. The best part about that is you're going to sleep most of that time frame. So when you wake up, you only have a few hours to go to get to that window. So when you wake up in the morning, have your water and your apple cider vinegar. I wouldn't put lemon in there. Some people say it doesn't spike an insulin response. Some people do. So I would say just don't put it in there those days that you're doing intermittent fasting, the lemon. And then you will, at 10 a.m., you will start your eating window that will go from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. And so the question is, all right, so what do you eat during that 8-hour window? Well, one, you want to eat clean.
Cheeseburgers.
One of the most important parts about intermittent fasting is how you break your fast. So think about this. If you went all day long on your intermittent fasting and you went and ate a big bowl of pasta afterwards, guess what? All of that carbohydrates and glucose is going to go right uptake into your body. So you want to eat at least 20 plus grams of clean, good protein, 15 to 20 grams, 25 grams of good, clean protein after you break your fast, okay? So some people say, well, Jim, Misty, how can we go that long without eating? Okay, well, do you like coffee or do you like tea? Again, make sure it's organic. That will help give you a feeling of being satisfied, and that it helps curb the hunger cravings, okay? So coffee, when you wake up, drink your coffee or your tea, and that will help you get through that feeling full. Plus, help you give a little bit of energy to kind of get through that day. Now, here's the other benefits to intermittent fasting. Every hour you go past 16 hours, it has an increased benefit. So personally, when I do it, I like to do it for 18 hours, and then my eating window is only 6 hours, okay? That's how I like to do it, but you can jump on the internet, lots of different ways of doing it, but incorporate intermittent fasting into one of the ninja hacks that we're talking about here today. So
yeah, and the other thing I like about it is, like, how many of you, if you've heard of intermittent fasting or you're doing intermittent fasting, drop a 2 in the comments below. I'd love to know if this is a new concept for you, if you've heard of it before. And then what I love about intermittent fasting is the fuel that my body uses in that fasting window is fat. Like literally it runs on fat. So it's very, very good for leaning out the body, keeping you fit with lean muscle.
And that's it. Last ninja hack, which is really important, is getting yourself a good green drink and supplementation. I mean, I know we have one that we love. It's full of greens, a lot of chlorella, a lot of organic greens. Really important because it helps detoxify the body and moves and it nourishes yourself with great nutrition. But we also highly recommend you get yourself on a system of good nutrition to feed your body throughout the day. So we can't express enough how important it is that you're getting good nutrition on a daily basis while you're on your journey of weight loss and getting all those health benefits. So we are excited to hear about your results. I hope this has been beneficial to you guys and you're getting a lot out of this series that we've been talking about. But again, detox is great. Now I know we're kind of running a little long here, but I want to just really kind of talk about what you may experience while you're detoxing, right? So as you go through your detox, you may feel absolutely amazing. You may feel not so amazing, and that's okay. So let's talk about if you're not feeling so great going through it. This simply means that your body is trying to process all these toxins and get it out there. Yeah. And you can have what's called, it's a natural healing response. It's like a keto flu, or it's you may feel like you're getting a cold or you don't feel so great. Totally natural, totally common, but push through that. I promise you, when you get on the other side of that, you're going to absolutely love the way your body feels. Yeah, totally. You may feel absolutely amazing. You may feel a little bit lethargic, but that's just part of the process. But I know when you get through that, you're going to feel absolutely amazing. So don't be alarmed if you kind of feel that way. But anything else you want to share with our audience?
I'm glad you said that. So I would say, like, Misty and Jim Loretto, and we are always excited to partner with you and help you with your health goals, really to make 2019 your year for a better you. So if you want the show notes, if you missed anything, drop a comment below with show notes and we will get that out to you. But we can't wait to be with you here next Wednesday. Go ahead and drop us questions. We love that you guys are sending us questions and want us to, talk more about an aspect of nutrition or exercise or working out or what we like to do for fitness. So all those questions, keep them coming. We love getting them, and we'll definitely answer them next Wednesday on the next live.
Oh, one more thing. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Part of this, one of the last hacks was get your body moving.
Yes.
Get sweating, get exercising, because when you sweat, you release toxins. And when you're exercising, you're moving your lymphatic system to also push out those toxins out of your body. So get to exercising. Thanks for being here. We love you guys.
All right. Bye now.
Bye now.